After the US captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, much of the world expected China to react dramatically, coming out in support of its strong ally, Venezuela. But we didn't see that. And many of us wondered why that is. When the team at AidData started looking into the research, we found that China has been trying to diversify away from Venezuela for the past decade. The Chinese-Venezuelan financial relationship was primarily mediated on oil. The $100 billion in loans that China offered to Venezuela over this 20-year period were predominantly backed by Venezuela's oil supply. So Venezuela had access to working capital and external currency. And at the same time, China was confident that the price of oil would allow Venezuela to service these debts in perpetuity. In 2015, China's gamble on Venezuela's liquidity hit a snag. The price of oil dropped dramatically. So in 2016, China and Venezuela agreed to reschedule billions of dollars worth of debt. Since 2015 and the drop of oil and China's assessment that Venezuela was no longer going to be able to service its debts, Chinese investments have fallen off. But to the rest of the Latin American region, China's diversified and invested more and more. This is nowhere more pronounced than in Venezuela's neighbor, Guyana. And much of this is focused on investments in the oil industry.
And what does this spell for the future of Chinese-Cuban relations?
In many ways, Chinese-Cuban relations look like a smaller version of Chinese-Venezuelan relationships. China was ideologically close to Cuba, and starting in the 1990s, China was far more generous to Cuba than any other country in terms of offering sovereign debt guarantees and rescheduling. Most recently, we haven't seen the issuance of any new debt, just like in Venezuela. Instead, it appears that China is making the assessment that Cuba is no longer a good debtor and is no longer worth investing in the same way as other countries in the region with a more clear path towards engagement in the global economy.